Uh-oh, the Avengers 2 is in trouble.
Oh.
Everyone's favorite publisher, EA, is going to be making the Star Wars games now.
And due to some set photos, the bad guys for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie got released. And nobody's going to believe what it is. It's going to be a big old twist.
Who could it be?
Ninjas.
Today is Friday, May 10th, 2013. Happy Mother's Day soon.
Hey, Mom.
Excellent job on keeping up
Thank
your
you.
dates.
Thank
Love
you.
you, Mom.
We got a lot of news this week that's actually
Ooh.
worth talking about.
Boy, oh boy, I'm so excited.
Yeah, and we also have a bunch of trailers to talk about as opposed to the last week or last 2 weeks. Please don't forget to watch us talk about the trailers because we're important.
Listen, folks.
We're so important. You got to know what we think.
Our
Click the
words.
link in the info to go to our trailer playlist. You get to watch the trailers. You get to hear our thoughts. Also linked down in the info are this week's reviews. Really only one, technically, but we had 2 videos. A review of The Great Gatsby in 3D, and a video that Jake and I did, our thoughts on the Mandarin and why we love what they did with the Mandarin in Iron Man 3.
What did I say? Come at me, bro.
Come at me, bro.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
And while you're poking around in the info,
Well, be careful. Be careful where
maybe,
you're
just
poking.
maybe, you want to click to go to our Facebook, facebook.com/prettymuchit, and give us a like.
Yeah,
Good
it's
stuff.
good.
You don't want to poke somewhere you don't want to be poking
Funny
around.
pictures.
Poking
And
around.
our Twitters are down there too.
Yeah, follow us on Twitter.
Follow me on Twitter. I'm
we
the best.
We talk about stuff all the time on Twitter. What do we talk about on Twitter, Jake?
They'll have to find out.
Cupcakes.
But now let's get into this week's news. Let's bring in the Choose Your News, and let's start off with movie news. Let's get one short story out of the way. It's really just like a one-sentence thing.
What is it?
It's big enough to mention, but I don't think we're
Say
going
it.
to care.
Say one sentence.
Mission Impossible 5 is happening. Tom Cruise is back.
Yes.
I'll tell you what I'm super, super thankful about. Our first story was not Marvel news.
You're right. The next story is, though.
Wow, this is a big day!
I'm so glad we got like another good solid 10 years of Tom Cruise making awesome movies.
How does this...
Signify another decade.
Just because. It's another one.
There you have it, folks. So, exclusive, pretty much an exclusive. Tom Cruise making movies for 10 more years. But inevitably, we do have Marvel news.
Oh, boy.
It's interesting news. We got a bunch of different little things. The biggest story about Avengers 2 will be the last one we cover.
Now, do any of these stories involve money in any way?
Yes. Iron Man 3 had a huge weekend. Number 2 highest opening of all time. You know what it's behind at number 1?
Avengers.
The Avengers.
Makes sense.
Someone's going to be getting a lot of money.
Well, it's funny you say
Yeah.
that because that is coming up in just a moment.
That is the topic!
2 more franchises, I guess, or characters, have now been acquired by Marvel.
Why don't I know
Which is
this?
pretty crazy because, yeah, this is happening left and right now.
Did they make up new characters that no one's ever seen yet and try to just do something original with superheroes?
No, it is Blade. They got Blade
Oh,
back.
that's right.
Yes.
Can't wait for
They
that.
can make a Blade reboot prequel sequel.
Yes.
Bring it
and Ghost Rider.
Or
Went back to Marvel.
crossover.
So Ghost Rider could
Blade
be nothing
Rider.
to do with anything, I guess, but they got him. So.
Ghost Blade.
The last Ghost Rider movie was good.
And now the biggest story coming out of the Marvel camp this week
Marvel camp.
is
I love Marvel
about
camp.
Avengers 2 and just kind of the general future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Is it the release of the title card for Avengers 2? Avengers 2, Thor's Big Day at the doctor's?
Thor's Day Out?
It's about Thor eats a penny and he has to go to the doctor's.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Man in the big yellow hat is not happy.
That is not the news. The news is that everybody wants more money. And who can blame them?
I mean,
these movies are making so much money. Like they want a bigger piece of the pie.
Jake, do you like money?
I only have $21 in my pocket. I
So-
would love more.
Yeah, I was gonna say I certainly don't mind money.
I would like if someone came up to me and gave me money without having to do anything for him.
Absolutely.
You'd
That would be
have
great.
to make a superhero movie to get some of the money, though.
That's how you
want-
get money. It's the only way to get money. Well,
Yeah.
guess what? That's what they're doing. Now, the interesting thing here is that apparently Marvel is very, very stubborn about this, and they don't want
Yes,
to
they
cave.
are. Yeah.
But they couldn't possibly recast anybody.
I think
Allegedly, they threatened with recasting.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
did.
But would you
but
think they would actually go along with it?
I don't think
No.
they would because Marvel, I guess, is notorious for not wanting to spend their money.
Right.
Frugal.
Yeah, what happened with Guardians of the Galaxy with what's his name?
yes, I can't think of his name.
Yeah, who was gonna play Drax?
Yes.
The first guy.
Guy from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, the whole.
Yeah, he's in a bunch of stuff. I forget his name. I apologize.
Yeah,
but
the reason he couldn't do it is because he wanted more money, and
Yeah.
Marvel was like, nope. Someone tried to argue that they are expendable as actors, that you could replace them, but it's not.
I don't
no,
think so.
you couldn't.
Especially not Robert Downey Jr.
I mean,
that's
like,
for sure.
without even thinking about it on a personal level, just the idea of, everyone is different now, that is going to drop. The interest is going to drop all the way down.
Yeah,
so.
because we're going there, to see the actors as well. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I think we could do without Jeremy Renner. I think they could throw in
You think?
I think with everything we just talked about, I think Scarlett Johansson and Jeremy Renner are maybe little.
Yeah, Scarlett Johansson's pretty. She's got some guts to be like, I want more money. Kick her out the door. Who the hell are you?
You're talking about hitting women?
That's
funny.
I'm spreading a rumor right now. Marvel beats women.
That's not funny.
It's not funny. It's a very serious thing. Marvel's beating women. You
Back
didn't
in
hear about
the-
this? I heard this rumor the other day. Marvel beats women.
Back in the 60s, that was a very normal thing.
Yeah.
Ever read Demon in a Bottle?
Hey everybody, quick update on Marvel-related news. Apparently, there's been a little teaser accidentally leaked. Maybe it's official, maybe it's not, for the upcoming S.H.I.E.L.D. TV show. Shows the Hulk. Actually, I think people said it's the Abomination, but regardless, it's actually from The Incredible Hulk. It's not new footage. But I just want to make sure you guys are aware so that next week, if it ends up becoming a big thing, you don't poop on us because we didn't mention it. But that's it for Marvel. Now let's talk about Fox Marvel. Just a little tidbit of news.
Marvel.
Marvel. I can't say it anymore. I'm gonna stop. Basically, we
Marks.
have X-Men: Days of Future Past, and Bryan Singer, of course, is going on a damn tweet-a-thon, tweeting everything under the sun.
The tweets that didn't twat.
Could you imagine if he tweeted a picture of like the last page of the script?
Oops. Everyone dies.
He just tweeted out
What did he?
pictures of first off, Ellen Page, Kitty Pryde,
Cool.
and she just looks like Ellen Page. So.
Is she walking through a
Love her.
wall?
No, it's just a picture of
Just
Ellen Page.
sitting down?
Just standing there. And then the other thing he tweeted, which was a much bigger deal, was James McAvoy as Charles Xavier, what he looks like in this movie, and
I
my
haven't seen
goodness.
it.
You haven't seen it?
No, let's get a live reaction.
I gotta bring it up.
I don't know. It looks like he just did a whole lot of crystal meth and just collapsed in a really comfy chair. That's.
Well, I'm assuming this one takes place in the 70s, I guess?
Yeah, but I think it looks awesome. You don't think that looks awesome? It looks like he's super pissed about his spine.
I'm really angry.
He looks like he
God
let
damn
himself
it.
go, which I think is awesome.
I mean, that's cool. That's cool. I guess.
Wait.
Yeah.
We've never talked about this. Is Michael Fassbender in the movie?
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah, why wouldn't he be?
It better be just about him again.
He signed on it, like we was one of the first people signed. I think it was
Wait
pretty
a
much
minute.
assumed.
Is the main character?
Is one of the two main characters in the movie. This isn't news. Michael Fassbender's in the movie. But anyway, take a look at the pictures, click the link in the info, let us know if you think it's cool or fool. Not that you are a fool, but that he looks like a fool.
I don't think he looks like a fool.
Yes, you do, just for the sake of the rhyme.
Whatever.
Let's move on to some news about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Hooray!
I guess.
Lots of new photos.
Yes, not nude photos, in case
No,
you misheard.
I said new photos.
New photos. First off, we got a look at the logo.
And it's the
words Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Wow. It's like is it like a turtle shell or a pizza pie?
Nope, just the words, and that was actually a story on a lot of websites.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Are you telling me that there isn't a pizza pie in the background?
Nope, but I hope there will be eventually. That should be like the texture of it.
Pizza.
Yeah. But what we also got was some legitimate set photos. First up, we got some set photos of Megan Fox as April O'Neil.
Woo!
By the way, do not Google April O'Neil photos
Why?
if your parents are around.
It's all sexy cosplayers.
No, because there's a porn star named April O'Neil.
Obviously, Megan Fox is still absolutely terrible. You know, we've been through that. But at least she's wearing a yellow jacket.
Yeah, she is in a couple of shots wearing the yellow jacket, but you
At
know what
least.
she's doing in those shots? Bouncing on a trampoline.
Oh,
No,
because
She
she
is.
has boobs.
You didn't see that?
And-
No, I didn't see.
Dude,
There's a-
her.
What?
Along with the photos of Megan Fox on the set, we also got photos of the Ninja Turtles
And
themselves.
in action.
funny thing, I had no idea they were going to choose to be gray in this movie.
I know.
That
I was
interesting.
really impressed with the direction that they're going. in.
Usually turtles are green.
I don't
Well,
like
I
the way
just
it
assumed. Yeah, I assumed they would look like turtles, but they look like guys with backpacks.
They're
look
taking
like
this in a bold new direction.
Yeah,
I
it's,
like
it's kind
it.
of fascinating, actually.
What are they gonna do with their faces though? They're probably gonna paint those green, or like in after effects.
in
like,
after?
make
You think
them
they're going to
green.
probably use After Effects, right?
Yeah,
And
just
they're
to make
gonna
their
paint,
face
just paint their
part
faces
green.
green, just this part.
Yeah, no
But
texture.
the outfit type of thing looks good.
The wires and
it
stuff. I think
doesn't
it's
look
great.
that bad.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. This is their motion capture suits. And finally, the last little bit of information we got out of these set photos is a little look at the villains in the movie.
They're not so much as the villains.
Okay.
I'll describe it a little bit because
I know nothing.
I watched the cartoons.
So did I. Yes. No, not you. You didn't get this one.
Well, it's actually I don't want it. It's watching the Ninja Turtles cartoon. It's something I wouldn't high five over.
Why? It's one of the best cartoons.
I liked it.
loved
I liked it, but it's just like it was a cartoon. I don't care. From the set photos, you see who they're fighting, and it's the ninjas, the Foot, the bad guys.
For sure?
The Foot Clan.
Yeah, it's like for anybody who doesn't know, it's like they're not like a established villain. Like they've got their own their little
Little
cabinet
villains.
of villains. But this is just like the disposable bad guys that just, they run at
Yeah.
them and you gotta beat them up.
It's
So-
like the original putties in the original Power Rangers.
Yeah,
That's even. I'm dating myself even more.
Yeah, I wouldn't have chose Power Rangers. I would have they're just the lackeys.
That's like a video game, like they're the guys that just keep coming at you.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
But
exactly
this
what they
makes
are,
me
so.
happy because if there's the Foot Clan, we could maybe see Shredder.
Well, he's the main bad guy.
As someone who doesn't know anything about Ninja Turtles, their feet?
No.
No, they're actually robots.
Oh, they're robot.
Yeah,
and
they're
well, I'm-
generic
robot
ninjas.
feet.
They probably would have been real ninjas, but on 80s TV, you couldn't show, like, slicing open
Someone's
a real
throat.
ninja. Yeah. So, just
You could, but you'd
this
probably
really
get censored.
brutal Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles episode. He just takes a sword.
That's a boy's throat. Because he hates pizza.
I don't like pizza.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. 4 words.
Oh, here we go.
4. Fourth movie in a series. Jurassic Park 4.
Bad news over here. Bad
Yeah,
news.
well,
bad
let's
news.
start. Wait, good news. Good news.
Well, yeah.
First,
Yeah.
the director, Colin Trevorrow, if that's how you pronounce it, he tweeted out a picture of a beautiful, lush environment. And what did he just write? Nublar?
Yep.
Is that how you pronounce it? Nublar? Nublar?
Nublar.
I don't remember.
Isla. I don't know.
Isla Nublar, Isla Nublar, Isla
which
Fisher,
is
whoever.
the island which the original Jurassic Park took place on.
Correct. So everyone was super pumped about
They're
it.
going back. They're
And
going
then-
back to the island.
And then a few days later, it turns out that it is on hold indefinitely.
You know what?
This is not something I'm going to lose sleep over.
No, not at
Yeah.
all. And you know what? It's a good thing
Good.
because they literally put it on hold because they didn't have time. Sounds about
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
That's what you do.
And
So good
they-
for them.
Didn't they say something about like changing staff and restructuring?
Yeah, I think some people
What does
got
that
fired
mean?
or something. I don't know.
What does that mean? Like, oh, we need a new guy to like hold the light. Like, what?
It's probably
They're not
not what it
changing
is,
the director.
but it's probably something
Lighting-
like that.
Lighting is actually very important in a movie. Okay.
Excuse me. I know. I'm sorry. I know you were like the lighting guy for like Men in Black 2 or whatever or 3.
No.
Not even close.
Not
But anyway,
even
let's
close.
move
Yeah.
on. Let's move on. So that's the latest on Jurassic Park 4. We'll keep you posted. Hopefully, that'll pick back up again just to see what the hell's going on
Yeah,
there. But
hopefully it'll
honestly,
come out.
if they're taking time, good. Why wouldn't you take time if you need time?
Maybe it'll come out eventually and it'll be better.
But now let's talk about a movie that we talked about a while ago on PMI episode 46.
Ooh, this is a classic PMI archive.
We don't have a whole lot more to talk about here with this, but it's worth bringing up because we kind of just want to refresh your memories on it in case more stuff comes soon. Europa Report. We talked about this little teaser trailer from
We
a while
did.
back. It's a
I don't
sci-fi
remember it.
movie. I guess it seems to be like found footagey, whatever.
Something
but
to do with space.
It looks awesome. The set
Oh.
stuff looked amazing. The visuals looked
Was it
amazing.
like the space station?
Yes, and there was
Yeah,
like
yeah,
at the
yeah.
end of the trailer, it was like someone looking up, and they were like, "Oh!" And I incorrectly
Whoa.
said Charlotte Copley was directing it, but he wasn't. I had to add an annotation. I apologize. But what we have now is a poster. We have a poster, and we have some first sort of
Oh.
like the first reactions.
I saw-
basically.
oh.
So first off, the poster linked below. What do you
Ooh,
guys
people-
think?
Well, I think it's pretty funny because it's the exact same thing we've been talking about posters.
Yeah.
It's a guy looking at a thing.
Facing
It's-
away, looking at a thing.
Yeah,
Now,
but he's little. He's like a little.
funny enough, I didn't even see the guy. He pointed it out to me. I didn't even see the guy the first time around. I was just like, "Oh, it's colors."
It's a guy looking at a thing.
I know. I didn't even notice. But
Or is it a thing looking at a guy?
oh my gosh, you might have just blown this open. It's very possible it is a thing looking at a guy. But the other thing that we got, like I said, is some early reactions, and apparently it is like super realistic-ish sci-fi. It's
like
not
that.
like fantasy-esque
You know,
sci-fi.
oh,
I like that
I
too.
like that news so much
Yeah.
because I was like 100% certain that genre was dead. Like now a lot of film stool students,
Film stool students, go on.
a lot of those kind of film school students will knock me for saying this. I love all that stuff. I love Stanley Kubrick, but if you watch 2001. Today, by today's standards, it's a really boring movie. It's
It's a
really
slow movie
boring.
for sure, yeah.
But-
Everybody says it's slow.
yeah.
So is The Shining. The
But-
Shining's kind of slow.
But I like science fiction when it's like really like real science. Like when they bring it, like it's a crazy thing, like aliens.
Yeah.
But there's also real science, so it kind of feels like I could live in that
right,
world.
like
and
so
it-
Prometheus doesn't fall into that because it's
no,
all crazy
just
stuff.
like, whoa,
Right.
yes, but
It seems like it's going to be crazy stuff, but with a more realistic edge to it.
that's what I'm saying.
I can't wait for this
I think
movie.
It's pretty cool.
But I just wanted to bring it up as kind of a refresher to put it back in your heads because I'm sure we'll get some kind of trailer soon, a legitimate trailer, because now we have the poster and the first reactions of something. I don't even know where that came from. The only other thing is that there's a viral website, which is pretty cool, linked in the info. It looks legit. It doesn't look like, it doesn't say like Sony pictures all over it like
Yeah.
some of them do.
Yeah, I like
Looks awesome.
I like those kind of viral sites.
Yeah,
love
definitely
those
look into
virals.
this one. This is going to be a
Yeah.
fun one, I think. Can't wait. Speaking of things I want to just put out there into your brain so you're aware of it now,
Well, be
and
careful
keep
what
an
you're
eye
about
on
to
it.
say.
Well, I want him to keep an eye on it.
Okay.
Midnight Special. You ever heard of this?
Sounds like something I'd be interested
Isn't
in.
that like a type of gun?
No. Maybe. I don't know. But it's
Sounds like a sandwich.
a movie, okay? It's a movie that was
Oh.
pitched to Warner Brothers and, I guess, picked up, purchased, whatever, by Warner Brothers.
Is it a
Put
movie about a
forth-
sandwich?
No. Put forth by Jeff Nichols, who directed Take Shelter and
Yeah.
the recent Mud. It's out in theaters now, actually,
Hmm.
I think. And guess who's going to star in this one? Michael Shannon. Again. Michael
Oh.
Shannon's in all these damn
All right,
movies.
Cool
that's
beans.
cool.
So, just wanted to make sure you're aware of it. It's a sci-fi movie from the guy who did Take Shelter
I like
and
that.
Mud, which is... I can't
That's
wait.
good.
So you got two sci-fi movies that are little movies, little nuggets that could be boom big.
It's good on paper. Sounds
Make
good
sure
to
you
me.
pay attention. Keep an eye out. We'll keep you posted. And speaking of keeping posted, the last thing we got to talk about, Jane Watch.
Oh,
Oh,
We
Jane
got
got a gun.
some news about Jane got a gun.
we're still on this
real
thing.
quick.
Did the whole cast and crew explode?
Yes, they did, but then they didn't because I'm lying. But
Oh, they
basically,
imploded.
Bradley Cooper, you remember he left. That was the last bit of news. Who's going to fill Bradley Cooper's shoes? Well, we got him.
Who?
Ewan McGregor.
All right.
So he just
Obi-Wan.
came in. I love him, so that's
Yeah.
fine too. I mean, I don't care about this movie.
No,
Now that I think
yeah.
about it, I only care about it because of all this stuff.
The
Otherwise,
drama.
I wasn't like, ooh, I can't wait for it, and then this happened.
Yeah, what is this, like a romantic comedy?
No, it's a Western.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What?
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know it was a Western.
Mhm. Jane got a gun.
Well, now we know.
But that's it for movie news. Now, I believe we have some interesting video game news.
Oh, Jake.
But you know
Jake!
what? To get to that,
Jake!
don't say a word. We're going to get to you in just a moment.
Oh,
First,
Jake.
we're going to take a quick commercial break.
But how will I get all my video game
Oh, you'll
news
get it in just a minute. First, a commercial break.
during break? Give us that video game news, Jake. That video game news that only you can bring.
Let's do it. Welcome
Only
back
you.
to Pretty Much It. You guys like video games?
Oh, I like video games. I like playing them. On my
I'm down.
television.
I'm down to hear what you guys have to say about video games.
Yeah, we got two little announcements of games which people are very excited about. First, we have a new Wolfenstein game.
Wolfenstein?
Nice.
Yes.
Okay.
So, Nazi robots.
Nazi robots.
I always used to get these confused, Wolfenstein and Castlevania when I was a kid.
Yeah, Wolfenstein is the one with the Nazis and the castles and
Castlevania.
I didn't play that one. So I would think like, oh, I'll play Wolfenstein, but it wasn't Castlevania. So I didn't play
You
it.
misguided
Dummy.
poor boy. So Wolfenstein: The New Order, I believe, was announced, and it is a first-person game. All we have is a trailer that just shows generic Nazi
This
robots.
is Wolfenstein was like the first-person shooter, right? Like
It was right up there with Doom as being like, these crazy
pioneer.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's cool that they're taking a new leaf.
Well, I remember. I was actually, now I think about it, it is kind of long ago. I think like 5 or 6 years
Thinking
ago.
back to his youth.
Yeah, they tried to reboot Wolfenstein on like Xbox.
Yeah, that was a couple of years ago. They had one.
Yeah,
and
but it wasn't that
yeah,
good.
It was
So,
like typical.
We thinking this would be better?
I'm
Or-
hoping this one isn't typical
Yeah.
because it very well could be. But with the whole like giant Nazi robots, it looks kind of futuristic. I'm hoping that they are doing something else.
Is
Also,
it-
there's no multiplayer.
That's okay.
Yeah.
But is it? I'm not really too big into the story. Is it take place like way back when, or is it modern Nazis?
With the new one, we don't know. The trailer is very cryptic.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right.
Ooh,
They
it's
can
a
check out
big
the trailer with the
twist.
link in the info, right?
Yeah, and there's a really cool Jimi Hendrix song they play all along the Watchtower in the trailer. That's cool.
All right.
A big
I dig it.
twist.
We have another game announced where we have no details about it at all, but we know it's coming out. The
What a
Sims
waste.
4. They're making The Sims 4. That's pretty exciting, right?
Yeah, very.
I can't.
Yeah, this is interesting.
It's interesting
Yeah.
looking at EA's
Didn't
position
they
now.
just like
Ruin.
get their pants back on from like having their rectums completely devoured?
With the Sim City? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
What did you just say?
Yeah, after like the server issues and online always problems, they actually said with The Sims 4 that you can play it offline. It's not going to be like SimCity was.
Wow,
that
so
whole
why
model.
are they still? Because I read that this whole big thing that the one of the heads of EA wrote, everybody completely trashed him on. But why do they want this online thing? Like, what is the benefit? What?
It's too long to go into.
Jason looks like he's about to cry. Like he's got like a steak and he's like, I don't want to talk about it.
It's too long to go into.
It doesn't matter though, right? Because you just said this one's offline.
It doesn't matter because Sims 4 you can play by yourself, which is so
Yeah,
good.
but it sounds like they were working so hard on this new Sims game, and now it's just like, yeah, let's try again. Sims 4! Yeah, woo!
We don't have any other details other than that it's coming out. It will be offline. And
It's just more customization stuff. We'll
That's
find
what
out
they
like
said.
what the
yeah.
details are.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
yeah. What would you like to do in The Sims, like that they don't let you do?
Really do everything. Murder?
No, they
Can
don't
you
let do
murder? See,
everything.
no, that's would be cool.
You
if
can't
could
like
do crime.
stab.
That's what I'm saying.
I want to like
Can
sneak
you-
up behind someone and like just cut their throat, like what's his name did? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Yeah. You know,
As if that's one guy. What's his name? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Yeah.
you got a point there. Imagine they made like a dark and gritty Sims 4 where you could commit crimes or do domestic disturbances with like
Beat your wife.
Yeah, beat your. I mean, because in the old games, if
They
you
could team up with
neglected
Marvel.
you could neglect your baby, and social services would come.
They-
Why can't you hit your wife?
Why don't they team up with Marvel and make a game where you just beat people, you just beat up women and that's it?
Why can't you beat your wife? Is a very good question.
EA, get on it. Come on, answer this question.
$1 million idea. You guys want the money, right? Do it. I need a segue. You're better at this, Eric. Go.
I got it. Okay, so where are we going from? We're going from
EA.
EA to EA. There you go.
Okay, yeah. Speaking of EA games,
What a
right?
waste of time
Right?
that was.
Yeah, that was. I'm a waste of time. EA Games, the publisher, is also now they are granted the license to make Star Wars games. From
This is
Disney.
huge because
This
didn't
is-
we think they were gone and lost?
Well, I mean,
forever?
it's huge, but no, we didn't think they were gone and lost forever.
Oh.
We just knew that they were going to go under a big change.
Right.
And now it seems that change is going to be a very negative one.
right because it's E EA.
And
Yeah,
then-
you know, I thought they would go the route of individually licensing out games to different places,
Yeah, which they did
but
before.
they gave it all.
Didn't they
to
like
EA.
auction them off or something like that? Or was that a different
No,
company
that was
auctioning
when
games?
THQ
Oh,
closed,
okay,
yeah.
okay. So they
But
should have done that.
It looks like they gave the whole license to EA. EA will be making not the mobile games and online games, but the basic normal games.
That's interesting.
With
Right.
yeah.
Why would you give your titles to EA? Like,
Well,
Do they
they're-
not read the web?
Well, here's the thing.
did they not play Dead Space 3?
Yeah, but that's the thing. Disney isn't thinking like how the internet is
You know what?
thinking.
Disney's always online. They don't get it. They don't get the
They
problem.
don't get it. They don't get the kids.
So this is a bad thing then.
No, I think this is fine.
Oh,
I'm
you
totally
think it's a
good with
bad
this.
thing? You think it's fine? Go.
Oh, I don't think it's a. I think it could be a bad thing.
I don't know.
I've yet to see if it was a bad thing. But given EA's
Their
track
track
record,
record,
The
right,
track
okay.
record. Yeah, I get that too. I mean, I'm not like, ugh, I'm skeptical as hell.
you're not like that.
You're not
No.
like, ooh.
No.
Okay,
So
good.
sometimes,
Well, good.
sometimes I get like that.
But my
Sometimes
main,
I go,
but,
"Woo!"
but my main point, I mean,
People
yeah,
die.
there's like terrible things like microtransactions and online passes and all that stuff.
Yeah,
we're probably gonna have to deal
yeah,
with.
I can imagine it right now. The day one DLC lightsabers.
Yeah.
Like pay
Haven't-
$5 for a
haven't
blue
heard that
lightsaber.
one.
It doesn't even have lightsabers in it. You have to
Yeah.
get the
You gotta
lightsaber.
buy 'em. Oh
just
my
to unlock the color.
You
It's
start
like,
off with punching.
yeah.
Well,
To unlock the lightsaber, shove $12 into your Microsoft box. Just have a magic kids.
Microsoft money box.
Kids are just like,
Microsoft Money Box, free with every Xbox.
you put money in the box and it disappears.
and it never comes out. It goes
you
to
lock
us.
it and you open it up and it's gone. Bill Gates' face at the bottom of the box.
I tell people like the bright side of this is look at EA's talent. They have DICE, the guys who are making Battlefield, Visceral, who made Dead Space, and BioWare.
And,
These are the
like,
people who are
Tiger
going to be
Woods.
making. Yeah, that's who. These are the people that are going to be making the games. You know, so that's
Yeah,
good.
I don't deny that they don't have exceptional talent. Like Dead Space 3, it was as well as a video game. They very well put together.
It seems
But
like you guys have a problem with
EA
the business side of it.
EA puts their fingers in it
Yeah.
and messes things up a little bit. Yeah. So therein lies the problem.
So we'll have to see.
We will have
We'll
to
see what the developments are.
Also, you know, people have been asking like, "Oh, what does this mean for Star Wars 1313?"
Right.
I still don't think it's happening.
That is a real shame.
But you know,
That is-
I am really excited. I think because everyone's saying, "Oh, DICE, they make Battlefield, they could make Battlefront 3." That could be really cool, and I think since EA loves money, they would see that opportunity and jump on it.
Nice.
They would probably start over, make it from the ground up, but that could be sweet.
Jump on it like a sweet 16.
I gotta say, like I was the only Star Wars thing I was actually looking forward to. I'm like, I'm looking forward to the new movies coming out, but 1313 looked really good. Like I thought that was awesome.
Especially when they
They
said
must
it
have
was
found
going to
out.
be Boba Fett.
Yeah,
They
well,
must
I
have
mean,
found out you were looking forward to it.
yeah.
They were like,
oh,
They're like,
I
him?
have to crush that.
So that's all the video games like we talked about.
That was very good, Jake.
Yeah,
That
so
was a very good
Time
video
will
game
tell. But let's
segment.
move over to the poll, which had to do with video games. Let's talk about that. That's cool, right?
hello, my name is Eric.
Are you the poll guy?
I'm going to tell you about the poll.
That was bad.
Welcome to the show. Last week's poll question was,
poll show.
who is your favorite main character in a Grand Theft Auto game? Okay? Okay?
Okay.
Third place, CJ
Yeah!
from San Andreas.
Grove Street, home. That's CJ.
Second place, Tommy Vercetti.
Tommy
That's-
Vercetti.
Vercetti?
That's what that's
Ray Liotta.
Vice City.
From Vice City,
Vice
yeah.
City.
Ray Liotta voiced him?
Yeah.
Oh, Vice
that's,
City?
that's
Vice
why
I didn't
everyone
know
loves
that.
him.
I didn't know that.
Vice City's got tons of celebrities.
Sweet.
Yeah, it does.
And in first place, it was actually like a landslide double from second place almost. I'm not voting. I don't want to disappoint Mike.
That's true.
I wouldn't have cared.
What are your favorite guys as a Grand Theft Auto
I
character?
don't know. I mean,
just
like,
ignore that we both had 3 strokes in a row. But that was last week's poll. This week's poll question
What a
is
poll.
a doozy. This is a really
This
good
is
one.
a
I
fun
can't
one.
wait. We'll probably do more than 3 responses because they're going to be real good, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Real funny, real
Make a whole show
interesting.
episode for this.
Okay, with the possibility of, and once again, I don't think it's going to happen, but if an Avenger were recast, who would you like to see in place of somebody already existing? So, so-and-so as so-and-so.
Yeah.
Like, so a name, an actor, actress, and then a character.
Yeah.
Let us know by clicking the link in the info to go to facebook.com/prettymuchit and vote in the poll. I can't wait to see what they come
Vote
up
in
with.
that poll.
I can't wait to go over the results next week. And you know what else I can't wait for?
What?
I can't wait to talk about the trailers
In the trailer
this week
section.
because we had some trailers to talk about.
in the
That'll
trailer
work.
section.
Now, to go watch us talk about the trailers, you got to click the link in the info because we do a playlist. You can watch the trailers along with us. It is awesome. It's super sweet. It's super fun. Super sweet deal.
Wow, thanks, Eric. I never would have known if you didn't tell me.
But that is it for this week's episode of Pretty Much It. So hopefully we'll see you over at the trailer discussion. Click the link in the info to check that out.
We better see you.
We will see you next week,
Pretty much it.
Pretty much it show.
and we'll see what the news was. And we're gonna do some stuff. Click over there to see some other videos, and
That
click down here
direction.
to go to Facebook and Twitter.
Yeah, you can click right here for absolutely nothing.
Right here is nothing, but right
Right.
over there you
What's
can
up here?
subscribe if you click the logo. Slightly that way it says watch more or more videos or something like that.
You know,
Otherwise it's like your browser. And that's pretty much it.
That's the show. The Pretty Much It show. The end.